Welcome back to Spyro.
How many?
We're in Cloud City.
How many? Yeah, we're here in Cloud City fighting the Empire. How many languages?
One.
Can you say hello in?
Hello, English. Hola, Spanish. Woof, I almost died. Okay.
Ow! Ow!
Aloha, Hawaiian. Interesting thing of Hawaiian as a language.
I know. I was
Because
just thinking that same thing.
Well, because it's American.
I know. It's part of America, but they speak their own language.
Oh no.
Hawaii is such an anomaly.
Like Superman.
What?
Superman's an anomaly.
I'm sorry. What? Yeah, Hawaii's just like Superman. Go on.
Because, never mind. It's not. It's apparently not okay for me to talk about this.
Left field called. They want their statement back.
Who's on first? Tamara. Anyway.
Hold on a second. Is that all the languages you?
I think so.
You know more. You just don't know. You know.
Gutsnasniv. No, that's not a word.
Great.
It's going for German, and it didn't German. It didn't German. It's the title of this episode.
I bet if I start saying languages, you'll be like, oh, I know that.
Oh yeah, start saying languages.
Hello.
English.
Hola.
Spanish.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, duh.
Japanese. Shalom.
Shalom. What is shalom?
I think it's Hebrew.
Because I remember I learned that a long time ago, but totally forgot what it is. What's your favorite kind of level aesthetic? Like
What?
sky, water, forest, lava.
I love a good rolling green plain.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It's why I love my favorite area in Skyrim is
Whiterun?
no. Well, it's that Whiterun Valley is one of my favorites. But down to the southeast, you have what's that thieves city where it hides the thieves guild? What's that city?
Riften.
Riften. I love the Rift because it's full of.
I love the Rift.
What are those trees that have white bark?
Birch.
Yeah, it's
Minecraft. I learned that from Minecraft.
Full of birch trees. Birch trees are my favorite tree, and
Nice.
just that area is so beautiful. I love it.
I need a Chiquito. Okay. Huh. I like
Chubby bunny.
Jeez, he tears around a lot. I'm playing this with my pinky. Yeah.
If you weren't bad before.
I'm.
Yeah, his turn radius. I bet that's why you're screwing up so much. Is that the turn radius looks like it's way too wide.
He's like turning around by himself a bunch. Did I already get that chest? Yeah, this is where it came from. Okay.
Wow, these are. What are these?
So good. These
What?
are magic.
Sir, do you realize that you are eating magic right now?
Yeah. It's all the rage.
Chubby. Bunny.
Yep, pretty much. Let's go this way. As crazy as it sounds, I actually kind of understand this level of progression.
Look at that guy. Look at this guy.
The asleep guy?
I bet that was his idea.
Well, hey guys, I'll look so cool.
Nice.
And he beat me, so I guess he was right. Oh well.
I guess he was right.
Yeah.
What was the question
what
you were
is-
asking me
What's your favorite song?
about? Scenes from Italian Restaurant.
Okay.
What was that question you were asking me about? What's more art, Last of Us or Pac-Man?
Yeah,
what it was?
Dang it. Mm-hmm.
Who asked this question?
It was on Deathlock. It was on that show. I never watched that episode, but they discuss various topics. Two people debate, and they basically debate to a standstill, like on purpose, kind of. But they make a lot of interesting points on both sides. And the one that I watched was on does Dark Souls actually suck?
Oh yeah, you told me about that. I bet what they do is they talk about The Last of Us in a presentational cinematic. Oh jeez.
Jeez.
They in a presentational cinematic cinematographic way.
Yeah, that's a word.
It is now.
Yep.
And they talk about the importance of Pac-Man.
Right. And how Pac-Man has defined what a video game should be.
So they're talking about things that aren't really comparable.
Because you already don't like the video.
No. It's funny to have an argument about two things that, except Dark Crystal, don't we need those to progress?
Dark Gen, yeah.
It's funny, the idea of arguing things that aren't comparable.
Like, what are some more examples? YouTube versus Facebook?
It's like, YouTube versus Facebook. Because YouTube is really good at giving people a platform to share their multimedia and share artistic ideas and funny pop culture things.
Yep.
Whereas Facebook is really good at something else.
Taking pictures of your baby.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
If I see one more picture of your baby,
don't say it.
I'm gonna.
Don't say it. Oh jeez. I have to bleep that out because they're gonna try to arrest you.
Ow! Ow!
Karma.
Ow!
Karma.
Oh, shut up. Ow.
Are
That's
you
the
okay?
second time.
Did you bite the inside of your face?
Oh, okay, I was about to murder you. Because it was right there and you just ran off the side. Like a goober.
Like when I played Wind Waker. And then you kept on making fun of me for running off the cliff, and then you ran off the cliff.
Did I?
Probably.
I honestly don't remember.
You complained about the turn ratio as soon as you grabbed the
Ratio?
controller. That's what you said. Those are the
not
words.
what I said.
Yes, it is.
I probably said turn radius.
Fine. Whatever. It was an R word. It's the same thing. He had a red picture on his shield. Lore. Yeah.
Read the item description for that shield.
Yeah. Take a 360 panoramic of that shield, and you'll find the solution to the puzzle is on the other underside. I can't talk.
I thought you were
That's
making a
okay.
Tomb Raider reference.
I was making a Skyrim reference because yes, you
I
get it.
wonder, like, before that game came out, like E3 2011.
Skyrim's already
It's super
old.
It's 4 years old.
Yeah.
That E3, when Todd Howard did the gameplay demo of the first real dungeon, and
Bleak Falls Barrow,
and he reveals that puzzle, like that's the hardest puzzle. No, it's not. Yeah.
Eh? As if it?
That's one of the hardest puzzles in the game. And so when I start, I thought his staff was his head.
Giraffe Dragon.
When he revealed that, and I started playing it, and I'm like, I already know how to do this. It's only until now that I thought, what if somebody just never saw that trailer and just didn't know to look at the claw? Because looking at items in 3D is like that's the only time you ever need to do it in that entire game.
Yeah.
Is with those claws.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that makes me think. That's probably the kind of thing you would do in a Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Solid, because attention to detail, you know, and how. I remember when I played the first Metal Gear Solid, on the part where you have the key and you need to have it at room temperature, and then you
heat the key
to freeze it, and you need to heat it. Heat is step 3. Anyway,
whatever.
But I had actually noticed in that cold area, I actually looked at my inventory and I noticed the key was different. I was like, what is this? You know? What is this, game designers?
Get it together.
Is this a key or an icicle?
Whoa, why did the frame rate just like skyrocket there for a second?
Guess it's not a cutscene, I don't know.
Don't
Don't ask me, cracker.
come again?
Don't ask me about crackers.
Oh.
I'm not good at crackers.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard.
It's hard.
They're salty, they're dry. Whoa.
Come at me.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we can do that, and that's how I get past
That's how
those
you
dudes.
beat that guy? You just sit and wait, ducking.
Yeah, I mean 2 out of 10. Come on.
Huh.
Then I wait for that guy, and then dead, or not. Just Get away from all the enemies.
Um,
Grab the ledges, maybe.
What was that question that I asked you? Oh, what's the most important game?
Jeez. It is the most important game ever. I don't know. Pong is the very first game, I think.
Technically, I don't think it does.
Really?
The way I understand it is Space War was the first video game because Pong wasn't necessarily made to be a game. It was just an anomaly that
That's interesting.
he made with the software.
Huh.
Of course, it was later made to be a game, but the first thing set out to be made as a video game was Space War.
Interesting.
In the book I'm reading, which I'm going to lend to you because you need to read it.
Okay.
The guy who first developed.
I should read books. It'd be good for me.
Yeah. The guy who first developed and worked on
Oh, jeez.
Tennis for Two, which would later go on to become Pong.
Huh.
He worked on the Manhattan Project. So that's a thing. You should follow me on Twitter.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, follow me on Twitter, JohnJackTW.
John, yeah.
So, because I tweeted about that,
Interesting.
so I thought that was awesome.
Okay, here's something. Can you compare Twitter and Facebook?
Sure.
Okay.
You can compare anything you want.
Yeah, but we were saying how comparing YouTube and Facebook is weird.
Well, yeah.
So, is that weird to compare YouTube and
The only reason I said it was
Twitter?
weird comparing Last of Us and Pac-Man is because, like, what do they have in common? They're video games.
Yeah.
So I just think it's kind of funny to have a debate about it.
Am I
Which maybe is
stuck?
the maybe.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, you're dead.
Wow, that's further than I thought. I can make it. No.
Out.
He dies before he gets there. He just gives up. Every cell in his body just dies all at once.
The
Ah!
most important game for me might be Super Mario Brothers. Well, not for me. For video games, I think it might be Super Mario Brothers because of what it did.
What did it did?
It brought the idea of video games to the home.
Interesting.
With the Nintendo Entertainment System, people were able to
Play
play a
at
game
home.
in their home instead of going to an arcade or going to somewhere special.
Right.
And people, I think, what are the only characters? I think it's Sonic, Mario, and Pac-Man are the only balloons in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade of video game characters. And while, like, I don't know, it's just what it did for the idea of video games, because in 1985, video games were still like a rare commodity. Like, people really weren't sure what they were or how you make them.
Interesting.
And it like, if you the big movers and shakers of the time, like the founder of Atari, Shigeru Miyamoto, other people, having the idea to make a video game was not popular at the time.
Interesting.
It was almost
I wonder.
unheard of.
I wonder when that, like, at what time that was the case for movies. Like, when did video games happen? When did movies happen? When did these things that are so common today happen? It's an interesting
Movies, I would
discussion.
say, I don't know as much about movies, but
This is gonna sound like a dumb question, but what do you like better, video games or movies?
video games.
Okay.
But I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Oh gosh, because video games can do. Well, they're different because
Right,
they're
of course.
made different.
I mean, this is just personal preference. But
I love them both for unique ways and for similar ways. Reasons, I mean.
yeah.
But video games put you in control, and so that level of investment into a character or a storyline is amplified.
Yeah.
And
so you feel even more sad when someone dies or whatever.
Well, not universally, but generally, yes. Like when Aerith, I think is her name? When Aerith died in FF7, people were very upset.
Ooh.
And I just got done playing the Banner Saga, and characters in that game die, and I felt genuinely upset, and I didn't know how I was going to proceed through the rest of the game.
Interesting. When you say upset, do you mean like you wish they wouldn't die for...
Like, that's very sad. I'm very sad now.
But it's still a good story, you know? Well, I mean, you could say you're upset when a character dies. You could either be upset because
they died and you didn't want them to?
Or because you think that's bad, right?
Because... Oh, that's what I meant that first time. I see what we're saying. I was sad because I enjoyed that character and what it meant to the other characters.
Right.
Banner Saga is really good.
Yeah. So, I have a question.
Hmm.
So, are your personal favorite games pretty much in direct association with them being good? Gosh dang.
No.
Or
Are
there games that you like better than the other games, even though you know the other game is better?
Do I like game X even though X is not as good as Y?
Yeah.
But do I like X more than Y? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. Because for me, that's... Gosh dang it.
Do you want another one of these? Because I'm eating them all.
Yeah.
It happens. The fact that like my top 10 consists of games that are really, really good, that's coincidental. But to say that I like them because they're good, that's not accurate.
Interesting.
Can we talk about Eagle Raptor's point about waiting in Ocarina for a second? Because that's so good. It's such a well-constructed argument, and he's right. I love Ocarina. It's one of my favorite games. But he's right.
Yeah.
And he's right. Not but he's right. And he's right.
That's every conversation we have about Sonic Unleashed. I love it, but it's bad.
I think there's a difference. Shoot, how do I articulate this?
Between Sonic Unleashed and Zelda, yes.
There's a difference between liking something and it being bad. Shoot. There's a difference between liking something and it being bad, and everyone thinks it's bad.
Oh, he's so embarrassed.
And
Can't do it.
liking something in spite of its badness. No,
Well,
that's not what I mean. What do I mean?
No. Because I don't like Sonic Unleashed in spite of its badness. I mean...
Because bad is subjective, we all know that.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said for objectivity in badness.
Yeah. If everyone universally thinks it's bad, it's probably bad.
It's probably bad, because there are some things that are you just don't do in a video game.
Yeah.
And there are just poor choices. What are you doing?
I'm moving platforms.
Where are you going?
Over there, I think. It's an open world. You explore and
No,
stuff.
it's really not.
Okay. Okay, Dad.
Shut up, Dad! I learned it from you. Where are you going? There's a laser fence there.
I can do it.
What are you doing?
I'm going this way, apparently.
This is the most mind-numbing thing I've ever seen.
Just
because I don't know what I'm looking at and I don't know where we're going. It's like a Beckett play.
It's like when I saw Oklahoma.
What?
That is a weird musical.
Oh. Yeah.
Like I watched it with Ryan, and at the intermission he was like, "What did we just watch?"
Where did you see it? Oh, you saw it at Century, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, that's why.
Well,
a high school level Oklahoma is
actually,
Oklahoma's a very big show.
Okay.
And it has very big characters in it. I don't think it lends itself very well to high school production. It doesn't mean you can't do it, but it's like if a high school tried to do Les Mis.
Huh. Interesting. Is Les Mis as big? Is Oklahoma as big as Les Mis?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't electrocute this guy. Isn't that big?
Whoa.
Ah! Yeah, got him.
Get that Yoshi in.
I saved Yoshi.
Bwepwu! What's the timer?
Your sound is better. Well, I think that's a good place to end the episode.